Yo, hey everyone from the USA. Good evening, everyone. Repping USA, Canada, Long Island, aka Strong Island, worldwide, and the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. This is G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator, host with the most, creator, hardworking essential worker, misunderstood lonely nomad, unstoppable independent podcaster, and rookie podcaster of Queens, New York. And you're rocking with the 175th episode of Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast. And we got a jam-packed show for you today for a series and funny topics today. So why don't you stick around and find out what these topics is going to be. Live and direct from StreamYard and alongside with YouTube and along with myself is the Instagram live feed of the podcast show page. Make sure you turn on the notifications so you can be reminded of when the show goes on the air via live stream, including the time that the recording is going to start. So, if you're new to the channel and you missed any new and previous episodes whatsoever, don't worry, I got you back and I got you covered with that. So, go ahead and grab that subscribe button on the YouTube channel page, G Money Stacks 555, where you see all the New York episodes already uploaded and posted. Tap that naughty bell so you can be reminded when the show goes in the air via live stream. Leave a like and a comment along with the episodes, including the topics that's going to be discussed. And of course, there's going to be more video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes that you missed, so you can catch up on. And of course, you have to spread the word to everyone around. And I'll handle the rest of the audio streaming platforms, including this YouTube channel, at the end of the show. And I am going to actually I'm gonna make an announcement at the end in regards to a petition that's going on right now. So anyway, man, let me just get started with let's get started with a little mental check-in real quick. All right. Yes, it's me, G Money Stacks, as you see on the YouTube screen right here. And of course, how am I doing mentally, physically, and spiritually, you ask? Well, mentally, I am. I guess I'm a little bothered about something that just crossed my mind actually, which I will talk about in a few minutes, as far as the whole hair discrimination thing that's been kind of really, it's been going on for too damn long actually, and I will get to that with the petition and the website in a couple of minutes. So just bear with me here. And yeah, so mentally I'm a little bothered, of course. Physically and spiritually, I'm okay spiritually. So, just a little bothered. So, you know what I mean? So, without further ado, how about we get into some transit news? How about we get into some Metro New York transit news right here, called the New York Mass Transit Files right here. And we got an accident, we got a issue with congestion pricing that we need to discuss though. So that's pretty much what this is going to be about, man. Let's do this. Yes. How about this? And this is according to the AM New York website. So listen to this for all you New Yorkers out there. The Metropolitan Transportation Authority finally released the possible tolls and exemptions for its planned congestion pricing charge to drive into Manhattan Central Business District. Motorists could have to pay anywhere between $9 to $23. Wait, what? In order to enter the borough below 61st Street, and the MTA expects the fee to cut vehicle traffic by up to 1/5. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, man. I know what you're thinking. Why is the MTA doing this? It's kind of hard to believe, man. You know what I mean? It's very hard to believe. It's just it's just crazy, you know. Um anyway, man, there's actually more to this story that meets the eye. So, yeah, in order to enter the borough below 61st Street, and the MTA expressed the fee to cut vehicle traffic by up to 1/5. The agency released the details as part of a federally supervised so-called environmental assessment, in which the MTA's Triborough Bridge and Tunnel Authority, along with the state and city departments of transportation, looked at several scenarios and their effects on New York City and the larger commuter belt. Senior MTA officials gave AM New York Metro and other city news outlets an early look at the assessment's 38-page executive summary Tuesday ahead of its full release Wednesday morning. The document reviewed long-awaited specifics on how the project may shape out once the MTA activates the tolling infrastructure scheduled for late next year or early 2024. Officially called the Central Business District Tolling Program, or CBDTP, the program is the first of its kind in the United States, but other cities like London, Stockholm, and Singapore have successfully implemented a similar tax on drivers for years. The MTA expects the toll to bring in about $1 billion in revenue a year, against which transit bigwigs plan to bond $15 billion to fund a large chunk of its 5-year capital plan to modernize its aging mass transit system. Yeah. The study looked at how the toll could impact commuters from a whopping 28 counties around Manhattan, stretching as far as Connecticut and the suburbs of Philadelphia, and affecting 22.2 million residents. Damn. Yeah. So- this is crazy, man. Anyway, the tremendous detail included in this assessment makes clear the widespread benefits that would result from Central Business District tolling, said MTA chairperson and CEO Jana Weaver in an August 10th statement. The bottom line: this is good for the environment, good for public transit, and good for New York and the region. We look forward to receiving public feedback in the weeks ahead, Weaver continued. The proposal became law 3 years ago, but has been slowed down by the slamdemic and bureaucratic slogs between the Empire State and the federal government, with Washington most recently demanding answers for more than 400 technical questions and comments. Transit boosters hailed the program's progress, saying it was long overdue. Congestion pricing and the money it will bring in are critical to the MTA's critical program, no capital program, to signals, track stations, rolling stock, all the things that riders rely on to get them where they need to go, said Lisa Daglian, executive director of the agency's in-house rider advocacy arm, the Permanent Citizens Advisory Committee. It's also critical to reducing greenhouse gases and the intense congestion in the central business district. It will make it easier for buses, emergency vehicles, deliveries, and drivers who do enter the congestion zone. Varying tolls. The price of the tolls and their impacts on traffic differ depending on who gets exempt from the charge or receives discounts. Under the congestion pricing law passed in Albany in 2019, qualifying emergency vehicles and drivers transporting people with disabilities are already absolved of the fee. And the residents of the central business district making less than $60,000 can get a state tax credit against the tolls. The MTA plotted seven different scenarios with exemptions for different classes of vehicles, from cars, motorcycles, and commercial vans to yellow taxis for hire vehicles, trucks, and buses, including the agency's own transit vehicles. They also looked at discounts in the form of daily caps and credits that drivers could get to offset other tolls on bridges and tunnels that directly connect to the Manhattan business zone from the other boroughs and New Jersey. Those crossings include the Queens Midtown, Hugh, Carvey, Lincoln, and Holland tunnels, and the Robert F. Kennedy, Henry Hudson, George Washington bridges, without any further carve-outs beyond the law dubbed the base plan. The tolls would be the lowest, set at $9 during peak hours, $7 in the later evening, and $5 overnight. Those prices rise up to a high scenario of $23 during the day, $14 in the later evening, and $10 a night. Trucks will pay more with smaller single unit vehicles shelling out anywhere from $12 to $65, and larger multi unit heavy haulers paying 12 between 12 $12 to $82. Tolls could also go up during the city's gridlock alert days, the busiest times of the year for traffic, such as when the United Nations meets and over the holiday season between Thanksgiving and the New Year, according to a senior MTA official. Exhaustive impacts. The goal of the toll is to discourage driving and reducing congestion in the city's downtown, moving more trips to mass transit and making it easier for those who have to travel in a private vehicle. Higher tolls mean fewer car trips, though traffic patterns will shift if certain toll bridges and tunnels get credits. And hang on a minute. And shout outs to Awesome Cookie. Shout outs to Awesome Cookie, aka Robin. How you doing? And okay, so depending on yes, so depending on the high of the price and assessment forecast is between 15.4% to 19.9% fewer vehicles entering the congestion zone, decreasing worker car trips between 12,571, 27,471 a day. The share of daily truck trips through the central business district would drop even steeper at 55% to 81%, or 4,645 to 6,784 fewer journeys daily. Officials expect transit ridership to grow by 1% to 2% compared to the pre-COVID levels. However, the MTA and other transportation agencies have been struggling to recover their full 2019 daily trip numbers 2.5 years into the slamdemic. Yeah. Less noise and air pollution are also an important goal of congestion pricing. The number of harmful particulate matter could be cut by 11% in the central business district and nearly 9% uptown, according to MTA. Now, taxi travels. One of the main negative impacts of the toll would be the extra charge on taxi and for hire vehicle drivers who already pay a fee of $2.50 and $2.75 respectively while operating at or below 96th Street. The tolls could reduce the number of miles yellow cabs and rideshare operators drive by up to 16.8%, and would disproportionately affect low income people of color who predominantly work in those industries. The extra charges could lead to lost income and some drivers going out of business. However, the industry will survive, according to the MTA. While this could adversely affect individual drivers, the industry would remain viable overall, reads the assessment. The transit agency plans to create a program encouraging cabbies and drivers for services like Uber and Lyft to work for the MTA. I highly doubt that. And the agency plans to make more professional drivers eligible to provide access to ride services, which has suffered a shortage of staff. So, next steps, the MTA will hold 6 virtual public hearings on the environmental assessment at the end of the month, starting on Thursday, August 25th. A six member panel known as the Traffic Mobility Review Board will look at the feedback and the study to come up with a recommended toll for the MTA board to vote on. Then the agency can start setting up the infrastructure at its river crossings and south of Central Park over the year. And you can visit their website, new.mta.info/project/cbdtp. Now let me know in the comments how you feel about the congestion pricing for Manhattan and all the bridges and stuff. So you can go to the comments in the Instagram live feed to chime in, and you can also chime in on the YouTube channel page to actually share your thoughts on the congestion pricing. And I know I made a question about it in episode 172 already. Um, in case you didn't see it or listen. Um, so yeah. Our next transit story has to do with an accident. It has to do with an accident of an MTA driver. Now, when I saw the notification that Andy's randomness was talking about here, I wanted to actually get to this. So I did hang on to this story. So let's get to it. So an MTA bus driver is in critical condition after crashing into a pillar of an elevated train track in the Bronx Thursday morning. The operator of BX21 bus hit the column of Boston Road head on near Longfellow Avenue. Longfellow Avenue. I don't know. Wow. Longfellow Avenue in West Farms at 8:25 a.m. on August 4th. According to police, the above ground tracks carry the NOS2 numbers. Wait, NOS2 and train. No, excuse me. I think that's short for, I don't know what NOS is, but whatever. So the 2 and 5 trains is what they meant to say. The woman sustained serious injuries and was hospitalized, and the 12 passengers on the board suffered minor injuries, according to officials. Surveillance footage published by News 12 shows the bus driver slowly veering into the pillar. Now, the pillar, for those of you who may not know what the pillar is, it's the pillar is like one of those support holdings for holding the railroad tracks of the subway trains and stuff. So this is like, I suppose it's like steel, might be steel, not sure, but you get the gist of it. You've probably seen it multiple times though, as you go under the bridge of where the subway trains are going to be bypassing. Anyway, the driver, a 14-year veteran, was treated for cardiac arrest according to the fire department officials at the crime scene. Fire, according to the fire department officials at the crime scene. Not the crime scene, not the scene. Sorry. Um, Crews inspected the pole and determined crash didn't cause any structural damage, according to transit officials. This is a tough day for the transit family, said New York City Transit President Richard Davey during a press conference at the scene Thursday morning. Our hearts and prayer go out to the bus operator and the 12 customers who were on the bus, Davey said. The transit chief said the driver had passed a routine physical 6 months ago, and she was deemed fit for duty. Police and the Metropolitan Transportation Authority will investigate the incident and will review video footage from inside the bus, according to officials. All right. Okay, we're gonna get in. All right, we're gonna get into some serious stories and stuff, man. So, we're gonna get into some serious stuff right here. So, first and foremost, yeah, we're gonna get into some serious stuff right here. Yeah, let's get to all right. Let's get into chatting on the jazz, man. Right here. Let's get into it right here. And yes, as I said before, I would get to the hair discrimination part in a couple seconds. Let's see if I have anything else serious to talk about here. Yeah, you know what? Let's get that out the way first, man. But first, all right. So I decided to do a little research in regards to the whole hair discrimination in terms of the African American men and the women, of course. Now, this is according to newsbloomberglaw.com. All right, so here we go. So the days of employers treating black hairstyles and textures as unprofessional could be coming to an end as laws banning race-related hair discrimination spread rapidly among states and a federal proposal awaits Senate action. Massachusetts became the latest state to enact a version of the Crown Act, which I will get to the website in a couple minutes, with Governor Charlie Barker's our signature on July 26th. California and New York first passed the measure only 3 years ago, and now 18 states have adopted it or similar bans on hair bias, with another awaiting the Alaska governor's signature. Recent adopters include Louisiana, where the state's newly expanded bias law takes effect August 1st, which already happened. It truly is a game changer for black women and folks who have natural hair all throughout our Commonwealth. State Rep Brandy Fluker Oakley, a co-sponsor of the Massachusetts measure, said at the bill signing ceremony, as a black woman, she has felt pressure to spend substantial time and money changing her hair to be accepted as a public school teacher, law student, and the lawyer. And then the lawyer, Oakley said. More than 40% of the U.S. population now lives in states that ban discrimination against hairstyles and textures historically affiliated with race, and that's not counting a few dozen cities and counties with local versions of the law. Like many of the counterparts around the country, the Massachusetts law expands the state's definition of race discrimination to cover some hairstyles and textures. The expanded bias law applies to employment, housing, public accommodations, and public school discrimination. It specifically protects braids, locks, twists, bantu knots, and hair coverings, and other race-related styles and textures. The U.S. House passed a national version of the Crown Act in March, but the bill hasn't been considered in the Senate. What? Okay, I got something to say about that. I'll get to what I feel about this in after I review this. Employer impact. State hair bias laws create the potential for more discrimination claims against employers, said Josh Nadreu, an employment lawyer with Fisher and Phillips, double LP in Boston. The biggest impact might be for businesses employing people in public-facing jobs such as retail and hospitality, he added. Employers are going to have to look at their dress code policies to be sure they aren't defining race-related hairstyles and textures as unacceptable, Nadreu said. They also need to train their frontline managers who make hiring, firing, and discipline decisions. Businesses also should take note that the new Massachusetts law doesn't bar all forms of hair restrictions in a company dress code, only those with a connection to race, he said. This does not mean you have to hire the person with blue hair or something that's not associated with race, Andrew said. Of course, hits on the bipartisan support. State legislatures with Democratic majorities have adopted most of the race-related hair biases laws, including Colorado, Maryland, Oregon, and Washington State. But there are glimmers of hope for the Crown Act getting Republican support as well. Well, GOP majority legislatures in Alaska, Louisiana, Nebraska, and Tennessee have adopted versions of the measure. I bet some of them with narrower worker protections. The Alaska bill that's awaiting transmittal to the governor doesn't apply to workplace bias. Only discrimination against public school students. The Tennessee law enacted this year limits the recourse for hair-related workplace discrimination, allowing employees only to file a complaint with the state labor commissioner who can issue a warning to the employer. It was tough trying to get this law passed in the red state, said Louisiana State Rep. Candace Newell, who sponsored the measure that passed there in June. I went through and I changed the language. I had a lot of one-on-one conversations with my colleagues. She ultimately persuaded more than enough of her peers to support the discrimination ban. It passed 74 to 24 in the House and 29 to 4 in the Senate. But plenty of Republican lawmakers aren't yet on board. Similar legislation has been introduced and failed to advance in more than 25 states, many of them with GOP-led legislatures. So when the U.S. passed the federal bill in March, Republicans provided only 14 of the 235 yes votes. And Nebraska Governor Pete Ricketts vetoed the Crown Act when state legislatures first passed it in 2020, citing concerns about protecting hairstyles such as braids and locks within the category of racial discrimination when those styles could be worn by anyone of any race. Anti-discrimination laws traditionally have protected a person's immutable characteristics. While I agree with the goal, I object to the form of the bill, he wrote in his August 2020 veto letter. It needs to add protections for employees based upon their immutable hair texture, and to also add protections for employers centered on health and safety standards. State lawmakers passed a revised version of the bill in 2021, and Ricketts signed it into law. Job review, personal attacks. The Louisiana law, like a number of other states, allow employers to impose hair restrictions related to health and safety, Newell said. For example, employers could require an employee to tie back their locks or cover their hair at work, but not require them to cut it off or use chemicals to straighten it, she said. But the law prevents employers from punishing black hairstyles purely because they don't like their appearance. Newell cited the example of a black hotel desk clerk she met over the 4th of July weekend. The clerk told Newell she had received excellent performance reviews for her work quality and customer interactions, but got low marks from her manager for her appearance because she wore her hair in its natural texture. Twin sisters Deanna and Maya Cook, who also attended the Massachusetts bill signing, helped inspire the state's legislation following reports they were punished at school in 2017 for wearing their hair in box braids. School officials gave them detention and barred them from activities, including track and field meets and prom. It really is a personal attack to be told your hair is unacceptable at school, Deanna Cook told reporters at the live stream ceremony, and to know that that can no longer happen in the state of Massachusetts is such a win. All right, now I want to before I go to the next topic, I want to actually get into this map right here in terms of the typical states that is going to be so the blue the the light dark blue represents state outlaws hair discrimination, which includes what is it? Oregon, it includes California, it includes New Mexico, Colorado, um and Illinois, Louisiana, Tennessee, Virginia, Maryland, New Jersey, Connecticut, New York, Rhode Island, Massachusetts is included among all the state that outlaws hair discrimination. So local bans but no statewide law. So this includes um Arizona, Texas, Missouri, Kentucky, Ohio, Mississippi, Wisconsin, um, what is it? Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida. Now, now all the now some of the states is local bans, but no statewide law. So that's crazy right there. I mean, it should be all over. It should be all over. So if you want to take a look at this map right here, man, this is at news.bloomberglaw.com/daily report, daily labor report slash black hair bias laws. All right. You can check that out for yourself. You can see the illustration where it has bans on race related hair biases. So the dark blue is state outlaws hair discrimination. And the light blue is local bans, but no statewide law. So there you go, right there. Now, and other this is crazy, man. This is really crazy, and jeez, man. This is crazy, man. Yeah, I don't know if, well, I got something to say about that at the end. So I'm gonna say my thoughts on that at the end. So there you go. Right there. Let's see. Some other serious stuff to talk about here. Let's go to, all right, some serious stuff. Let's see. Okay, we can go to, yeah, we can go to Mayim Bialik right here. Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. So what we have here in the next topic has to do with Mayim Bialik. Um this was like in June, actually. I've been saving this story, actually. So anyway, so according to Deadline, let me just get out of there. Yeah, according to Deadline, Mayim Bialik, of course, made a statement on Deadlines saying, "I'm feeling better, but I still don't have a ton of energy. Sometimes emotional." Mayim Bialik said today in an update on her condition after she announced yesterday that she has COVID. It's no joke, the actress who is vaccinated and boosted said of the virus in a Monday Instagram post. "It's very exhausting. The exhaustion is very special. I had mononucleosis when I was in college, and the exhaustion hits like that where you cannot be awake. You can try to be awake, but then all of a sudden you need to sleep. It's not the same." And she says it's not the same as the flu. She added today, "You don't bear of you don't hear of a long flu. This is a very different kind of virus. Please be careful. Stay safe." Yes, yes, I can agree with this. Fortunately for fans of Jeopardy and Call Me Cat, there will be no impact on either show. Jeopardy has finished shooting, and the next season of Call Me Cat doesn't air until September. Bialik got emotional today when she talked about the fear that she was feeling, which she also alluded to on Monday. "Something that I hadn't kind of anticipated is I have a new level of anxiety about going out. I definitely have been very vigilant, and while I happen to be traveling in the safest way that I could, part of me feels guilty that I went out. I feel guilty." Hang on a minute here. Let me give a shout out to the people. Of course, Pussy Talks Puss Talks podcast. Thank you for joining this live stream right here. Um and yeah, and listen, you have any thoughts about the whole hair discrimination and what's going on this year or whatever and stuff like that? If you experienced this type of bad experience that you had, whether it's from work, whether it's from schools, whether it's from other places whatsoever, you can comment in the Instagram live feed over there, and as well you can do the same for the YouTube channel right here, G Money Stacks 555 on there. You can go ahead and comment, share your thoughts and stuff like that, and yeah, and like I said, I am going to do an announcement in regards to the petition in regards to banning hair discrimination. So So stick around for a couple minutes. I got y'all. Anyway, so Bialik got emotional today when she talked about the fear that she was feeling, which she also alluded to on Monday. Something that I hadn't kind of anticipated is I have a new level of anxiety going on. Yeah, I definitely have been very vigilant, and while I happen to be traveling in the safest way that I could, part of me feels guilty that I went out. I feel guilty. I feel sad, and I'm worried about the world again and our health in the world. Yeah, yeah, I could attest to that. She said that maybe as a result of staying in, she's been super emotional and reflective. I've been so in my head. The one time Blossom star who has asthma and a thyroid condition continued. The mental health impact of this, especially for those of us who already have anxiety pre or are predisposed to catastrophic thinking, this feels really scary, and I know that it will pass. The intensity will pass. On the brightest side, the actress says her Big Bang Theory co-star Melissa Ranch sent me an unbelievable care package of soup and throat tea, which she was making as she spoke on the camera. Bialik also in the hold on, supposed to be indicated. Yeah, indicated. Also indicated she has been taking turmeric for inflation. Uh, excuse me, inflammation. Um, colloidal silver and apple cider vinegar gummies that she believes were endorsed by Alyssa Milano. Please be careful. Bialik told her followers at her video's conclusion. I hope everyone stays safe. I'm gonna drink this and then fall asleep. All right. Anyway, so up next on the agenda of today's episode, um, all right, so we're gonna get into. All right, ladies first. All right, so all right, August 6th. So this went down. All right, so according to Hot New Hip Hop, exclusive, Roxanne Shante is not only rap royalty, but she is one of the genre's most celebrated pioneers who helped lay the foundation of hip hop. She'll be hosting the Rock the Bells festival this weekend, which I already this weekend, and we caught up with her to talk about preserving hip hop history, respecting the OGs, and the advice she would give this new generation of women in the rap game. Um, so no one had any idea in the formative years of hip hop that the genre would be the leading force that it is today. Roxanne Shante was just a young teen from Queens, New York, when she began making a name for herself in music, and it was because of her that the famous Roxanne Wars erupted in the 1980s. To call her a rap pioneer would be an understatement, as Roxanne Shante, born Lolita Shante um, Gooden, lived and witnessed the very carving of a culture that has dominated every aspect of entertainment worldwide. This weekend, Roxanne is taking things back to her hometown as she once again partners with Rock the Bells, but this time as the host of its festival. Roxanne Shantae's appearance at the concert is just another addition to her ongoing relationship with the brand, as she also acts as the host of the Rock the Bells radio show Have a Nice Day on Sirius XM. When we caught up with her about this latest opportunity, she was excited
about reuniting with several of her pioneer peers to celebrate hip hop, a family reunion, as she puts it. End quote. That's the difference between the Rock the Bells festival and any other festivals. Most festivals are thrown together by people who, they pick some hot artists, but for us, this is more than that. This is a family reunion, and we're looking so forward to having the family come together, especially after the Slamdemic. So being able to do this phenomenal. I tell everybody this right here. If you have ever felt that you were not a part of hip hop history, this is your chance to be a part of hip hop history. All right, so LL Cool J not only founded Rock the Bells, named after his classic hit, but he will headline the festival, and that he helped create. Fans will be able to watch some of the favorites take over as performers include Ice Cube, Rick Ross, Trina, Busta Rhymes, Lil Kim, Cameron, Jim Jones, Joel Santana, Fat Joe, Remy Ma, Jadakiss, and many more. Attendees will try out the Trill Meals food court, which I will do a separate episode about that in terms of Bun B. The first ever all hip hop infused experience of its kind, featuring vendors such as Nas's Sweet Chick, E40's Goon with the Spoon. Oh shit. Jadakiss and Styles P's Juices for Life, Ghostface Killer's Killer Coffee, Me and X's Team Whip Them Pots, and Bun B's Trill Burgers. The preservation of hip hop in all its forms is something that is near and dear to Roxanne Shante. And as someone who has been immersed in its culture, she is dedicated to shining a light on the OGs that deserve a certain level of respect. As one of the handfuls of women who participated in hip hop's inception, Roxanne has a lived experience unlike any other. However, unlike some gatekeepers, she's offering her advice to the new generation of women in rap who are looking to shape careers of longevity. She's also sharing the names of ladies who helped her along the way and continue to give advice that keeps her in line. And yeah, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool, actually. Can't really see that. All right. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna read all of this. I don't know where this came from. Anyway, I don't know where this came from. All right. All right. Um. All right. Let me continue this shit though. Anyway, let's see. This is wow. Okay. All right. Let me do this right here. Yeah. So this is the you know what? Y'all can listen to the interview for yourselves, man. In the website www.hotnewhiphop.com/ladies first Roxanne Shante um talks preserving hip hop. Y'all can look at that for yourselves. So there you go, right there. And speaking of which, everyone's been talking about. Hold on. And speaking of which, of course, LL Cool J was honored actually. So let's LL Cool J was honored. So Hip Hop DX is talking about LL Cool J, right? So LL Cool J was presented with a key to the city in his hometown of Queens, New York, during an inaugural Rock the Bells festival over the weekend. Speaker of the New York City Council, um, Adrian Adams, presented the hip hop icon with the declar- excuse me declaration on Saturday, August 6th, as part of a special ceremony honoring Uncle L's contributions to the culture. Adams shared a handful of photos on her Twitter account of the event with the caption "Hollis Queens was represented today at Rock the Bells as the NYC Council celebrated a true Queens legend, the one and only LL Cool J. It was an honor to present him with a proclamation acknowledging his undeniable impact on hip hop and popular culture." Hosted by Roxanne Shante, the sold out Rock the Bells festival boosted performances from Fat Joe, LL Cool J, Scarface, Ice Cube, Diggable Planets, Jadakiss, the Diplomats, and more. Now, this is more of a recap. This is more of a recap, all right. So this is more of a recap for those of you who couldn't make it. So that's just what it is. So anyway, partial proceeds from the ticket sales are being donated to the Universal Hip Hop Museum, which will open in a 52,000 square foot space at the Bronx Point development at Mill Pond Park in 2024, which is basically a year away. I feel like hip hop is indisposable, LL Cool J said in a statement, and I feel like the same reverence and deference in the way Paul McCartney gets celebrated, the way Bob Dylan gets celebrated, or Mick Jagger. I feel like these artists, these kings and queens, deserve that same treatment for this art form. Speaking to Hip Hop DX, Shante was confident the Rock the Bells Festival will return in 2023 when the Rock the Bells family put it together and decided we were going to have this festival, this musical reunion of everyone. It was only right that there were going to be be family members that wanted to be included. But we just didn't have enough time, Shante said. There's definitely another one coming because so many people were like, "Oh, y'all having a party and didn't invite me." It's like, no, we're inviting everybody, but everyone wouldn't have a chance to get on stage. She added, "Look, we got to make it where everybody's going to get a chance. Trust me. If there's an artist here you didn't see, hold on. We're having another family reunion in another location, and then you'll all be able to see them there, and there'll be some new eats and beats." All right. All right, let's make some noise for LL Cool J and Roxanne Shante real quick, real quick. And congratulations to LL Cool J. All right. Speaking of congratulations, we need to talk about Angela Yee for a sec. Actually, everybody's been actually was looking at. I was looking at an article in regards to her leaving the Breakfast Club. Now, I know everybody was alarmed about how she said, as you may know, in quote, which meant I kind of get what she meant as far as like her getting her own spin-off show from the Breakfast Club. So so for the record, the Breakfast Club is not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So don't be alarmed and don't worry. It hasn't retired. You know what I'm saying? It's still on 105.1 as I listen to it every morning. So don't worry about that one right there. And let's get into this right there, man. So um let's get into this. So on Wednesday morning, August 10th, Yee announced on air her impending exit from the popular Power 105.1 show while reviewing she'll be hosting her very own nationally syndicated daily show on iHeartRadio. Yee will continue in hold on. Yee will continue in her role as co-host of the Breakfast Club until her her as yet untitled show launches, which she said will be in the fall sometime. Now she did mention the title on Way Up with Angela Yee. So she did mention that part. I did read that part actually online. So anyway, so this is something that I've been waiting to do for years now, since way before the Slamdemic Yee began. I had actually sat down with our big boss, Thea Mitchum, and I was telling her, like, look, I really want to have my own show. I have a podcast lip service, and I was thinking I would be able to get something like a weekend situation. One day ease into having my own show again. I did come from Sirius where I had the morning after with Angela Yee and then came here. She added, in quote, it's always been a goal of mine to have that. And so I thought that I would still be on here and then do that show as well. But years later, they approached me up here at iHeart. They has had a sat down with me and told me that they're gonna give me my very own show. I wasn't sure what was happening when she first told me, but I'm going to be leaving the Breakfast Club. You guys obviously will continue on, and it will be a different iteration of the Breakfast Club. But I will have my own show up here at iHeart as well. So I'll be part of the family. Angela Yee alluded to a departure on Tuesday night, August 9th, tweeting the Breakfast Club as you know it is officially over, followed by a heart-shaped hands emoji. A tweet made the Breakfast Club a trending topic on Twitter, with fans sharing their favorite moments from throughout the show's 12-year history. During Wednesday's show, Yee expressed her gratitude to Breakfast Club listeners before sharing her excitement for what she calls a tremendous opportunity. It is really exciting. I mean, I really honestly can't wait, believe it, she said. I know it took a long time to make this happen, so I want to thank everybody at iHeart, but of course, mostly I really want to thank first and foremost the listeners who are part of our Breakfast Club family. I feel extremely grateful, extremely blessed to be able to get something that is really monumental up here, because as far as having a nationally syndicated show and somebody in my position, a woman, a black woman up here, it's a rarity and it's a great opportunity, and it's not something that I take lightly, so I'm really excited. And as for what her upcoming show entails, she suggested it would feature interviews, rumors, and her Ask Ye segment. I'll be basically curating my own lituation, she said, while confirming she'll continue to host her lip service podcast. Charlamagne the God and DJ Envy congratulated their longtime co-host on her announcement, with Charlamagne saying he's extremely happy for both Yee and the culture of radio. Y'all know behind the scenes how much I scream that radio has taken the personality out of radio. So we aren't building radio stars anymore, he said. But now in 2022, and you have a radio star, a multimedia platform star like Angela Yee, that the fact that you are getting two nationally syndicated radio shows, that's a big deal. Prior to Yee's announcement, DJ Envy trolled Breakfast Club fans by posting a video of him entering the Avenue of America's building in New York City where the show is hosted. Let's hope this works, he said while approaching the building's turnstiles, employee pass in hand. Oh shit, it works. Oh shit, it works. Oh wow. So yeah, man. So let's all right, so I'm gonna make some noise. Let's make some noise for Angela Yee for having her own show. And yes, she still has the Lip Service podcast as well. So let's make some noise and congratulations to Angela Yee. All right. This was random right here. Um, the split between Desus and Mero. Okay, so here we go. Joe Martinez, best known as the Kid Mero, appeared on Sirius XM's Basic podcast and broke his silence on ending his longtime partnership with Desus Nice, real name Daniel Baker. Oh shit! The two gained popularity with their Bodega Boys podcast, which launched in 2015, and then became late night staples with their Showtime series, Desus and Mero. Fans were shocked when the network announced last month that Desus and Mero were abruptly ending after 4 seasons. Desus and I had discussed pursuing separate interests over a year prior to the show coming to an end, and that the conversation solidified us in signing overall agreements that recognize our intent to operate independent of one another. Mero said on the podcast, as far back as June of last year, we were both pitching or looking to join existing projects as individuals. Mero acknowledged that um, going solo was a hard decision to make, and the intent was to go our separate ways in a way that is supportive of each other. Adding, it's not like I'm breaking up with my girlfriend on the phone. It was a strategy and one that we all agreed on. At the end of the day, things wind up and wind down, and when things are winding down, you got to recognize that they are winding down, and not Supermax Patrick Ewing when he had two knee pads and his career is coming to a close, he concluded. A basketball reference. Oh shit. Oh man. That basketball reference right there, man. Wow. Fans speculated that Desus and Mero ended because of a rift between the co-hosts, but Mero maintained that both men were seeking business opportunities as individuals long before the show's ending. A Showtime spokesperson said last month that Desus Nice and the Kid Mero will be pursuing separate creative endeavors moving forward, which is why the talk show is not returning for a fifth season. Desus Nice and the Kid Mero have made a name for themselves in comedy and in the late night space as quick-witted cultural commentators. Showtime's statement continued. Throughout its run, um, throughout its run, the series won a WGA award, received Critics' Choice nominations, and scored interviews with President Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Derek Jeter, Missy Elliott, Denzel Washington, Charlize Theron, David Letterman, Yo Ma, um, and many more. They have been brilliant hosts, and we wish them the best, along with the team at Jax Media and the incredible crew. Desus and Mero originated as a late night series on Viceland in late 2016 before moving to Showtime and becoming the premium cabler's first ever late night show. When Desus and Mero first launched on Showtime, the show aired once a week before expanding to 2 nights a week. For season 4, they had returned to a once a week format. Well, sorry to hear about the Splitsville, folks, but but the shit with the talk show is not gonna happen. It's not gonna come back. So, you know what I mean. So, good luck to them, man. You know what I'm saying on their endeavors. All right. So so let's get into let's get into T Grizzley. All right, T Grizzley. Okay, so this is according to Vibe, right? Now, this is interesting, and I and I didn't know you can make money off of playing video games too. Well, this is according to the Vibe article right here. So earlier this year, T Grizzley signed with gaming organization and lifestyle brand XSET. The Detroit rhymer took his role playing Grand Theft Auto server Grizzly World to the masses, allowing paid members to join the online gaming community. Now, Grizzly is sharing just how he makes playing the Rockstar Games property each month. During a recent interview with the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast show, the 28-year-old spoke with its co-host Wallow and Gilly the Kid about his interest in gaming. Grizzly expressed he had no intention of taking gaming seriously, and it was something he would do for fun. T hit his stride during the height of the slamdemic and began streaming live on Twitch at the request of people around him. It was seeing other professional gamers make $1 million a month that led him to take his ventures to the next level and eventually signed with XSET. Shocked at the revelation, Wallow then asked the rapper how he managed to monetize gaming, to which Grizzly revealed how he did it. Um, I created a Grand Theft Auto role playing server called Grizzly World. It represents the trenches. You can be in the streets without being in the streets, expressed the half T, half beast artist. I get paid from the server because you have to pay to get in. We have like 90,000 members. T explained his monetization strategy and detailed which platforms he streams and plays Grand Theft Auto on. End quote. I stream it on Twitch. I get paid from Twitch. I take the Twitch videos I already streamed and I put the videos on YouTube. I get paid from YouTube, he said, and I get paid from the server. Then you have sponsorships, ads, and all this shit I get paid from too. Furthermore, the first day out artist also explained that members of the server get paid and don't have to be in the streets anymore. And yeah. And yeah, you can take a look at the interview for yourself on YouTube and stream platforms for $1 Million Worth of Game podcast, which is also on Spotify and wherever you get your podcasts. So there you go, right there. Okay. So now I've been saving this story in regards to the whole. I've been saving this story for quite some time, and it's basically dessert related. It's basically dessert related, and of course, obviously, I did name this episode 175 in regards to the celebration. Hold on a second. Here. In regards to the hold on a minute here. Hang on a second. Let me just get the name right before I forget. Anyway, so I did name this episode in regards to the celebration of the world with ice cream, which is basically about National Ice Cream Day. Yes, National Ice Cream Day. Yeah, whoever thought that it was a fucking thing? Whoever thought that was a thing, folks? Like seriously, man. Like you're making all these holidays about food and desserts and shit like that. I'm like, okay. If y'all want to make holidays out of it, I'm going to talk about it on this podcast. So, give me 1 second. Stay with me as I get a sip of this water. Okay. So, National Ice Cream Day. Ice cream is without a doubt the perfect dessert ever devised by man. It's rich and creamy, full of the flavors of summer while being made from the cold like the winter. And it's perfect at any time of the year. Ice cream can be used to make sandwiches or entire cakes or just eaten as a scoop all on its own. Excuse me. National Ice Cream Day celebrates this delicious treat and all the varieties it comes in. Of course, you can learn about National Ice Cream Day. Ice cream has become one of the most popular dishes enjoyed by people all over the world. Therefore, it is only right that we have a date to celebrate this sweet treat and to be able to eat as much as we want of it without feeling guilty. Well, a lot of us do that anyway, and we're proud of it, right? After all, who wouldn't want to eat ice cream all the time? No matter whether you eat ice cream every week or it is a rare treat for you. We definitely recommend that you indulge on National Ice Cream Day. Ice cream has been around for a very long time. Yes, it has. Since the first time milk and ice saw each other and fell in love. So long has ice cream been around. Throughout the years, it has come in every conceivable flavor, from gentle and universally loved vanilla to the unusual flavor that is crab ice cream. Crab ice cream. Hold on. Let's look at what crab ice cream is, man. This is crazy. What the hell is ice? What the hell is crab ice cream? Hold on. Let's look this up, man. Oh shit. Like white. Oh man. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, okay. All right, so crab ice cream is a flavor of ice cream with crab. It is described as having a sweet taste. Why are you putting crab in the ice cream? You putting seafood with ice cream? Really? Really though? It is offered in some food establishments, particularly ice cream parlors such as Heston, Blumentos, the Fat Duck the Fat Duck ice cream, and the Venezuelan Coromoto, which offers the largest number of ice cream flavors in the world. So that's your So this is what crab ice cream is about, folks. For those of you who never heard of this, so I had to go look it up so I could fill you in. That's what G Money Stacks is here for, to actually inform. You know what I mean? Um. All right, let's continue with this story in regards to the National Ice Cream. Let's continue. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, that's right. That's how amazingly versatile ice cream is. You can literally flavor it like anything. Yeah, I would not put crabs in ice cream. Same way I would not put fucking I would not put chicken in ice cream, and I would not put fish in ice cream either. That's the most disgusting thing I ever heard in my life. Yeah. Due to the difficulty of obtaining snow in the hot summer months, um, ice cream used to be very difficult to obtain and reserved only for those of wealth and note. Thankfully, with the advances made in refrigeration technology, we're able to have ice cream any time of the year. That's why we enjoy choco tacos in the summertime, banana splits in the winter, ice cream cakes in the springtime, and ice cream sandwiches in the fall. Now, fortunately, Chocolate Tacos has been retired. Yeah, what a wonderful world we live in to be able to enjoy this rich and delicious treat any time of the year. Of course, these days we have unusual variations of ice cream as well, such as those made instantly by using liquid nitrogen or those served up in individually frozen beads. What wonders the world has created for us to love on National Ice Cream Day. All right, the history of National Ice Cream Day is okay. So we have President Reagan to thank for National Ice Cream Day. He wanted to commemorate the treat that more than 90% of the population in the United States enjoy. And so he decided he would decree a day for ice cream. He did so in 1984. Doing this actually ended up glorifying the dairy industry in the United States. And so it probably does not come as any surprise for you to learn that Americans eat more gallons of ice cream per year than anywhere else in the world. In fact, they eat 23 gallons per annum to be precise. That's a lot of ice cream, right? Reagan even created an ice cream month because he loved it so much. He described it as a wholesome and nutritious food that the vast majority of the United States loved. And it is not only the United States that love their ice cream. This is a dessert that is enjoyed all over the world. We also need to understand the history of this incredible dessert. Ice cream is one of the oldest types of desserts. It is believed that the history of ice cream probably started in Iran's um, Achaemenid Empire in roughly 500 BC. This is when the different flavors were combined with ice in order to create treats to enjoy during the summer months. In 400 C, the Persians created a special chilled food, which was a mix of vermicelli and rose water, which was served to the royals during the summer months. The ice was mixed with fruits, saffron, and a number of other flavors. Bastani's Sanati is now the most popular type of Persian ice cream. This is a type of Iranian ice cream that is made from pistachios, vanilla, saffron, rose water, sugar, eggs, and milk. Rose water. Oh wow. Oh shit. Yeah, it is. It also often has frozen flakes of clotted cream inside. It's a real treat. Now, how to celebrate National Ice Cream Day? Well, first of all, you get yourself out there and enjoy a heaping scoop of ice cream. Then maybe an ice cream sandwich and then a delicious milkshake. Okay, are you sugared up enough yet? We didn't think so. The next thing you have to do is wolf down. Wolf down. Oh shit. Oh man. Wolf down. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, wolf down a delicious banana split and share an ice cream cake with your closest friends. Or just keep it all to yourself. We won't tell. National Ice Cream Day is your choice to really indulge any without any guilt or shame. And while you are at it, try coming up with your own flavors. There are lots of tasty and incredible ice cream recipes online. So why not try your hand at creating your own ice cream? You may even decide to simply throw out the rule book and add all of the flavors you love the most to see what the outcome is. Let us know how you get on. We always love trying new ice cream flavors, or why not try your hand at creating one of the traditional ice cream treats, such as the Persian Bastani Sanadi dessert. You will definitely wow all your friends if you post a picture of this on Instagram. Yeah, that's not a bad idea though, man. But one thing I would never do, I would never add seafood to ice cream, which is not. First of all, first of all, you're mixing seafood like crabs with dairy. Like it doesn't go together. I'm sorry, it just doesn't go together. The same way when I talked about a previous topic in regards to Lizzo mixing fucking Oreo cookies with mustard. It doesn't mix. Oh shit. This is fucking laughable, folks. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding though, man. Um yeah, speaking of not kidding, we need to talk about what the hell's going on with the CW channel. We need to talk about this shit, man. I've been hearing some shit about how it's going to be sold or some shit. Now I have the details actually, which I will get to. So this is what's going on with the CW, and I saw a notification in regards to a YouTuber actually talking about this shit. So let's get into this, man. All right, so this is from the HollywoodReporter.com website. Now, the broadcast network currently run as a joint venture between Warner Brothers Discovery's Warner Brothers TV and Paramount Global's CBS Studios is selling a 75% stake to a local broadcast giant Nexstar. So I don't know. So what does that mean for the current TV shows on the CW, like the All Americans and all these other TV shows, and Superman and Lois? So what does that mean for all the shows? Let's get into it. Um. Okay. So let's see. So let's see. So the CW will also continue to order programming from the two entertainment giants, though Nexstar is likely to look elsewhere for originals as well. During a call to discuss the deal, Nexstar executives said their plan is to bring the CW to profitably profitability by 2025. Nexstar CEO Perry Sook touted the buy as a way to diversify his company's content portfolio and strengthen its appeal to advertisers by increasing its exposure to national ad market. Yeah, right. You mean? Well, I don't know, man. I hope it's not going to be like Oscar So White, though, man. That would be crazy. So over time, we'll be taking a different approach to our CW programming strategy, and we'll leverage our experience in spending approximately $2 billion a year on programming, attracting and monetizing viewers, and transitioning News Nation, our national cable news network, from WGN while maintaining a strict focus on cash flow. Nexstar COO Tom Carter said on the call. The news that the CW was on the block first leaked in January, with Nexstar cited that as a likely suitor at the time. Other firms, most notably some major private equity players, have also kicked the tires on the broadcaster. So the CW chairman and CEO Mark Pedowitz confirmed that the younger skewing broadcast network was for sale earlier this year, telling staff, "So what does this mean for us right now? It means we must continue to do what we do best, that make the CW as successful and vibrant as we have always done." Nexstar owns one No, hold on. Nexstar owns some 199 local stations in dozens of local markets, as well as the cable news channel News Nation and DC digital publication The Hill, among other properties. Pedowitz will continue to serve as the CW's chairman and CEO with responsibility for day-to-day operations. The transaction is expected to close in the third quarter. Nexstar, together with its partner stations, is the nation's largest local television broadcasting company and the largest CW affiliate group with 37 CW and CW Plus affiliates, including affiliates in five of the top 10 DMAs, according for 32% of the network's national reach. The company said Monday. The proposed transaction is expected to create value for Nexstar shareholders by solidifying the company's revenue opportunities as the largest CW affiliate, diversifying its content outside of news, increasing its exposure to the national advertising market, establishing it as a participant in the advertising video on demand services, and improving the CW ratings, revenue, and profitability by profit prioritizing programming for the network's broadcast audience. Nexstar CEO Sook said our acquisition of the CW is strategically and operationally compelling, as it will enable us to leverage our operational experience to improve the network's performance through our management of this powerful national platform. We plan to apply the same strict financial standards to operating CW as we apply to our other businesses. George Cheeks, president of CEO of Paramount CBS, added, "This new ownership structure enables us to partner with Nexstar and Warner Brothers Discovery on the next chapter of the CW while redeploying capital to other content platforms at Paramount." And Channing Dungey, chairman Warner Brothers Television Group, said, "For 16 seasons, the CW has been home to some of the most groundbreaking and generation-defining programming in television, from the iconic DC superheroes of Greg Berlanti's Arrowverse series to the Vampire Diaries and everything in between, including all-American franchise, the original Gossip Girl, Kung Fu, Nikita, Riverdale, Smallville, and many, many more. The network was also the home of Supernatural, the longest-running live-action fantasy series in U.S. TV history, for 14 of its 15 seasons. We're excited that the Supernatural story will continue with the Winchesters premiering this fall. We look forward to continuing to collaborate on our shared series and future projects to come under Nexstar's leadership. The CW is unique among the national broadcast networks, with a strategy that has consisted of more narrowly focused target demographics of adults between 18 and 34 and fewer hours of original programming than competitors like NBC and ABC and CBS, though the network expanded in the past few years to 7 nights a week. The network has never been profitable since its formation in 2006, when Warner Brothers TV and CBS Studios merged the former UPN and the WB network. However, the parent companies have greatly benefited from the CW, which has become a reliable and consistent buyer of their programming. The network has consisted exclusively of scripted originals produced by both Warner's and CBS Studios, supplemented by a few unscripted shows and low-cost Canadian series acquired to help flesh out its slate as Pedowitz evolved the CW into a year-round originals. While the network itself hasn't turned a profit, it wasn't designed to do so. Both studios made money hand over fist, thanks in part to a $1 billion Netflix output deal, as well as international sales for well-known titles like Dynasty. While the model proved extremely fruitful, the network's parent companies opted against extending the Netflix deal in order to bolster their respective streamers, HBO Max and Paramount Plus, with programming instead of seeing all of their future CW originals land on Netflix. What's more, the need for all streamers to retain global programming rights as platforms expanded into foreign markets meant an end to those lucrative international sales. Without revenue streams from Netflix and foreign sales, the CW's business model no longer proved beneficial, and Warner's and CBS studios began exploring sale options. The pending sale also meant that the CW, for the first time in the past few years, would be trimming its scripted ranks rather than renewing its entire slate. The network's cancellations started in late April with the axe falling on Greg Berlanti DC Comics drama Batwoman, which I didn't really care for, and Legends of Tomorrow, veteran series, Charm, Dynasty, Legacies, um, Roswell, New Mexico is already getting the axe, and In the Dark, along with first year shows, the 44, the 40, the 4400, Naomi, I didn't really care for, and most recently Nancy Drew spinoff Tom Swift um, got canceled as well. The cancellation spree marked the first time in a decade that the CW axed more than half of its roster of U.S. originals. Sources say that the CW's digital assets including CWC, the CW app, and CWTV.com were of particular interest to Nexstar as the company looks to grow digital and ad revenue. Ironically, Pedowitz's digital push is said to have pissed off those same affiliates who now want to cash in on his success. It is not immediately clear what Nexstar's programming strategy will be for the CW, though sources speculated the THR earlier this year that News Nation branded programming would likely join the lineup. Other sources expect Nexstar to open up the network to buying from outside studios while still working with the Channing Dungey-led Warners and David Stapp fronted CBS studios on a certain percentage of scripted originals that are expected to decrease over time. Both studios could fully divest the network over time, sources say. With the deal just announced regularly, no regulatory, excuse me, approvals likely months away. The CW will need to operate with a business as usual attitude for the time being. Pedowitz has renewed All American. Of course, All American. The spinoff got renewed. The Flash, Kung Fu, Nancy Drew, Riverdale, Superman, and Lois and Walker for next season. Pedowitz also ordered a handful of new series for the 2022 to 2023 broadcast seasons. All three new shows are based on existing intellectual property. DC's Gotham Knights, Supernatural prequel, The Winchesters, and Walker spinoff Independence. To help offset the cancellations, the CW has bulked up on low-cost foreign acquisitions, with shows like Family Law helping to fill its schedule. With the upfront complete, there likely won't be many programming changes for Nexstar to make immediately. A source familiar with the business says The upfront wrapped in mid-June with CPM increases in the high single digits and low double digits. Of course, ahead of its expected sale, the CW recently pulled out of its planned time before the press corps during the summer portion of the Television Critics Association's semi-annual tour, where pedalists had been a staple. All right, so this actually sums up now. Now this really sums up everything. Actually, now, um, it is a little. It is a little. It is a difficult um way to actually it's a difficult it's a difficult adjustment, if you will, and I get it. And yeah, but you know what? Look, I don't think any of listen. I don't think any of these shows are going. First of all, some of these shows already got renewed, as I actually said. Some of them got renewed, right? So I don't think so. Now, as far as the future, if I hear any more details in regards to what's going down as far as the third quarter, as it says right there, I'll more likely to bring it to you on this podcast right there. Now, for those of you who watch the TV shows on the CW, let me pose a question here, man, to the Instagram live feed right here, man. So I want to actually ask y'all this question. Um, so hold on a second. How do you feel about the change of the CW being sold, CW TV network, um, as far as the future shows, um, um, being renewed. Good thing or bad thing? Okay. All right. All right, that's the question right there, man. In case you may not know what's going on. Apparently the CW is getting sold, and as far as like what's going on with the TV shows that's already been renewed, where they're gonna go, and there's been some speculative stuff that's been going on as far as like not them being on what is it, Netflix or HBO Max in the future. So, like I said before, if I hear any more new info in regards to that, I will actually gladly be able to bring it to you on this podcast right here. So, all right, without further ado, we're gonna go to the next topic. All right. And speaking of the next topic, let's talk about the spinoff here. let's talk about the spinoff for The Boys. Um, all right, so Nerds and Beyond website. So Amazon Studios hit The Boys which just wrapped up its third season. Announced of excuse me, announced via social media its college spin-off's new title, a clever pun on Gen Z. Not sure what that means, but what Gen Z is. I don't know what the Z stands for, so don't ask me. So Gen V release date still unknown is set at America's only college exclusively for superheroes, run naturally by Voight International. According to the show's synopsis, Gen V is an irreverent R-rated series that explores the lives of hormonal competitive soups as they put their physical, sexual, and moral boundaries to the test, competing for the best contracts in the best cities. It's part college show, part Hunger Games, with all the heart, satire, and raunch of the boys. Of course, the boys star Jack Quaid welcomed the new cast on Twitter, and he says, "Welcome to the family, Gen V. I know I'm just an old, decrepit, decrepit millennial, but I can't wait to watch your show." Yeah, huh. Now, Gen V stars Lizzie Broadway. Damn, Lizzie Broadway, Jazz Sinclair, Chance Perdomo, Shelly Khan, Maddie Phillips, London Thor, Derek Luh, Asa German, Patrick Schwarzenegger, Sean Patrick Harris, and Marco Pigossi. Michelle Fazekas and Tara Butters. Oh shit. Serve as showrunners and executive producers. Eric Kripke, Seth Rogen, Evan Goldberg, James Weaver, Neil H. Moritz, Ori Marmer, Pavan Shetty, Ken Levin, Jason Netter, Garth Ennis, Derek Robinson, Craig Rosenberg, Zach Schwartz, Erica Rosby, and Michaela Starr also serve as executive producers on Gen V. And Brant Engelstein serves as co-executive director. The series is produced by Sony Pictures Television Studios and Amazon Studios in association with Kripke Enterprises, Point Grey Pictures, and Original Film. Yeah. All right. Let me see. What else can we talk about here? What else can we talk about here? Marvel Frozen Dairy. Oh shit. Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. Marvel Frozen Dairy. Oh shit. Damn. Oh boy. Marvel Frozen Dairy. Marvel Frozen Dairy. Oh boy. Okay. Now, I don't know. We're going to go to their website right here. Let's go to their website. Oh boy. Let's see. So, let's see. That's another reason why I named this episode. All right, so let me see. Okay, so let's learn about this. Let's learn about this. All right, so a blast to the past. Known as a Long Island staple for generations, Marvel Frozen Dairy was founded in 1951 by the Papa George family. Marvel has been owned and operated by Greek families for over 70 years. First owned by the Papa George family, it was opened as a small custard shop. The Castaforos family then purchased it in 1986, incorporating additional flavor and other frozen treats. Now Marvel is in the concave of the frag fragile Fragiodakis family and expanded its menu to include cakes, slushies, shakes, and a wide assortment of soft serve flavors and toppings, including vegan and sugar-free options. Of course, you can so for more inquiries regarding the history of Marvel Frozen Dairy, of course you can go to the website. Please reach out to help at marvelfrozendairy.com. And of course, they are located in Long Beach, One National Boulevard, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily. Little Beach, 258 Little Beach Boulevard, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. daily. And Astoria, which is in Queens, 37-01 30th Avenue, 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. daily. And you can follow them on Facebook and Instagram as well. I know I am going to follow that. I'm going to follow that right there. Okay, so now another another um another TV show that um involves Black Mirror, right? Okay, so we go to Black Mirror. Go to Black Mirror right there. Now, Zazie Beetz has landed a role in the upcoming season of Black Mirror, set to premiere on Netflix. The anthology series has added a handful of talents to the sixth season, according to Variety. Papa Essedu, Josh Hartnett, Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad, Kate Mara, Danny Ramirez, Clara Rugard, Arden Thornton, and Jana Vassen will have roles on the show. The aforementioned announced cast is specifically enlisted for 3 episodes. Additional actors are set to join additional episodes. Back in May, the entertainment news outlet reported the return of Black Mirror almost 3 years since the 5th season was released. Season 5 featured Andrew Scott, Anthony Mackie, Yahya Abdul Mateen II, Topher Grace, and Miley Cyrus across 3 episodes. The 6th installment will reportedly have more episodes, with each treated like an individual film. The show has not yet announced an official return date. The 3rd season of Atlanta, starring Zazie Beetz alongside Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino, Brian Tyree Henry, who's also in the movie Bullet Train, which I will get to next, and Lakeith Stanfield recently aired its final episode. I don't want to give anything away. I think it's a very honest season. I think all of the characters are sort of out of their element, which allows things to rise to the surface that you would otherwise be able to in both habits and in comfort suppress. Here you can't because you have nothing to catch you. I think it's a lot of truth, and I think reflections of where we're all at as ourselves and as people. Beats told vibe ahead of the season. Of course, Atlanta is set to end with season 4, which kind of sucks though, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah. Let's see. Speaking of which, speaking of which, uh, okay. Now, okay. Now we're gonna go to a little thing that I like to call the what is it? Hold on a minute here. Hold on a minute. Now we're gonna go to a segment that I like to call the movie Man Cave Popcorn, and this is talking about the number one movie, Bullet Train. Let's do this. All right, so Bullet Train. Yes. So according to Deadline, Sony is calling Bullet Train at a $30.1 million opening. Some rival studios saw it lower. However, knowing the Culver City studio, they like to underestimate, not overestimate in the box office gross reporting. Worldwide was $62.5 million. How about that? How about that for number one? That's pretty dope, man. Yeah. Bullet Train made $12.6 million on Friday, but that includes $4.6 million Thursday previews. Um, Thursday previews actually. Yes. Um, that means Friday grossed $8 million. Saturday made $9.6 million, plus 20% ahead of Friday, which is a very good sign for business. Some box office prognos- prognosticators believe that the David Leitch directed movie can get to $100 million. The cinema score is a B plus, which interestingly enough is the same as 20th Century Fox's Kingsman: The Secret Service, one of the comps that was being floated around before Bullet Train's opening. Um, that 2014 movie opened to $36.2 million. Post tracks for the Brad Pitt auction actioner aren't shabby at at 82% positive and a 63% recommend. The pick always was going to hit with the over 35 demo, and that's clear here at close to 40% of the audience. The 18 to 34s are at 58%, who I hear always would be slow to come out to this movie, and the hope was that there could be more of them. This, despite the fact that they are the dominant demo. Guys over 25 are leading at 37%, 81% grade, followed by women over 25, of course, 28%, 83% grade. Men under 25, 18%, 77% grade, and women under 25, 16%, 89% grade. In regards to the male female turnout, here for Bullet Train. It's very similar to Nope's, especially since both received 4 stars on Post Track. However, Nope brought in a very strong black audience at 33%, as well as 35 Caucasian, 20% Latino and Hispanic, and 12 Asian other. Diversity demos of on Bullet Train were 46% Caucasian, 24% Latino, and Hispanic 14, and of course 14 black, 16 Asian, and other. 35% came to Bullet Train because of Pitt, while 35% of Post Track also cited the genre type of movie, and 33% the cast as a whole. Only 8% came because it was a Leach film, versus Nope, which saw 56% come for Peel. In regards to the advertisements that put butts in seats for Bullet Train, 34% came because they were enticed by the trailer. 26% were influenced by the YouTube trailer. 20% said it was the in theater banners, posters, while 17% cited TV spots. Um, why Bullet Train is not a super train? The pick is bit of a featured fish when it comes to action movies. Pit in what looks to be a stylized live action take on an anime cartoon, while the action is relentless, bloody, and fun. One of the hang-ups moviegoers have to get past is that the movie never shuts up. It's too talky, too much backstory, and not good Quentin Tarantino talky and backstory. Bullet Train also doesn't take its time to tonally breathe like a Nick winding reffing genre movie. This was evident in the 20 minutes that Sony showed off to exhibition at CinemaCon. Deadline's Pete Hammond said Bullet Train tries too hard to stay on track. All that snort said, it's well worth the price of IMAX and PDF admissions, and a lot of fun. Um, and a lot of fun. Both formats delivering close to 40% of the BO, of course, box office through yesterday. IMAX accounting for $2.4 million. For Joe Schmo moviegoer, it isn't exactly like Pitt's Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which also starred Angela Jolie and opened to $50.3 million. You can't fault Sony for having the guts to be original here. And as the new slogan goes in a vaccinated slandemic, better for a film to be a theatrical with a window and have ancillary legs than to get buried day and date on a streaming menu. That's the only way to have peace of mind here in spending $90 million before P&A. Bullet Train was fast in the west and southwest, but its top 10 theaters were on the coast. Relish Mix noticed that there was a mixed positive reaction to Bullet Train materials online before opening. Fans are loving the BGs staying alive as the trailer, soundtrack, and the fun thriller tone of the film that they say was shot in a tube on a LED virtual stage at Sony during the slandemic. Others credit that the story comes from novel Maria Beetle by Kotaro Isaka. And there's call outs to director Leach's credits: John Wick, Atomic Blonde, Deadpool 2, Hobbs and Shaw. Mentions for waiting for streaming are few as the draw of a popcorn thrill ride is clear. Some snarks are on the fence that it looks like Fight Club, but wondering if John Wick will show up. Relish Mix says that depicts social awareness runs 17% above action genre norms with a core social media universe of $224.6 million across Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Actually, yeah, million views actually. Activity spiked on the movie's Instagram following Monday's red carpet premiere in Hollywood, adding 1.1k fans per day, excuse me, plus a hefty stack of 21 videos on YouTube, including NBA spots, Father's Day spots, and vertical social mobile spots, which would normally be only be seen on Facebook and Instagram. Um, Universal DreamWorks Joe Coy comedy Easter Sunday is arriving where the studio was expecting it in the mid single digits, that being $5.25 million. The movie made $2 million on Friday, which includes Thursday's 500K, which stands for thousands, folks. And $1.8 million on Saturday. Audiences aren't exactly falling out of their seats with laughter, giving the movie a B plus. Post tracks were lower at 71% positive and a 49% recommend. Who came out? Women at 55%, with 52% between 25 to 44 and 29% over 45. Diversity demos were a great 37% Asian, 31% Caucasian, 50% Latino and Hispanic, and 11% Black. Relish Mix says that for a diverse comedy, Easter Sunday was tracking under genre norms on social media with 83.5 million views across Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, with activity on materials running at moderate levels comparatively. That said, Koi's 5 million fans are activated on social, with Jimmy O Yang at 843K and Tia Carrera at 580K. Tiffany Haddish pushed the trailer on Instagram 13 weeks ago to her 7.4 million followers, which rep 54% on her 13.7 million social media fans. A24 has the horror comedy Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Oh, shit. At 6 locations in NYC and LA, which rang up 226,005K dollars. That translates to into a 37,775K dollars per theater average, which is the second best limited screen average debut YTD, after the 50K dollars opening weekend theater average posted by A24's Everything Everywhere All at Once. Friday was 94,000 7K for the Pistol Pete Davidson starring comedy. Very solid numbers we hear at NYC's Lincoln Square, Union Square, Alamo Draft House, Brooklyn, and LA's AMC Century City, Grove, and Burbank. The pick expands to 1,200 locations next weekend. Weekend chart with Sunday numbers, of course. Number one, Bullet Train. For the 3-day, it made from 3 days for week one. I think it's $30.1 million 1 week. DC League of Super Pets also marks second place for $45.1 million in week 2. Nope. Hits third place with $97.5 million in week 3. Thor Love and Thunder still holding on to the number 4 spot, which made $853.9 million. Minions Rise of Gru holding on the 5th spot, which made $368 million. Number 6, Top Gun Maverick, which already made over $1 billion already, which made $662.5 million in week 11. Where the Crawdads Sings. Number 7, $5.65 million. Easter Sunday in 8th place, number 8, $5.25 million. And of course, number 9, Elvis, which was number 1 since it came out, made $136.5 million in week 7. The Black Phone, number 10, made $85.8 million. Of course, notable Vengeance, $3.2 million. Bodies, $226,005 Friday AM, Sony's Bullet Train starring Brad Pitt saw 4.6 million in Thursday previews, which begin at 3 p.m. at 3,596 locations. The pick is estimated to bring in around 30 million this weekend as summer's last big tentpole before a 2-month drought stands for quad movies. Interesting to note, though, not necessarily a comp since it was branded IP. It is that Bullet Train from director David Lech, had previews that were not that far from what his Fast and Furious spinoff Hobbs and Shaw posted back in early August 2019, that being $5.8 million. Next to late summer previews, Bullet Train is ahead of the Megs Thursday. 45.4 million opening, and also last year's Suicide Squad at $4.1 million, even though that latter title was day and date on HBO Max and saw a start of $26.2 million. Critics are sour on Bullet Train at 53% on Rotten Tomatoes, but audiences love it more at 83% on RT. That's Rotten Tomatoes, folks. Universal DreamWorks Easter Sunday starring Joe Coy saw $500K at 2,400 theaters, which began at 5 p.m. yesterday. Thursday's previews comp for Easter Sunday around that of Marry Me, which was $525K, and ahead of August 2019's The Art of Racing in the Rain, which was $450K. The family comedy is expected to open in the mid-single digits this weekend. Critics aren't fans of Easter Sunday at 32% Rotten Tomatoes. Universal fired up the marketing campaign for Easter Sunday back in March, which saw trailer placements in front of Joe Coy's sold out Funny is Funny comedy tour to entice his fan base to see the movies in theaters. And an interactive QR code was displayed on screens at his stand-up show, sending them to the film's Fandango page. Hold on a minute. All right. Hang on a second. Yes, Joe Coy also showed up at CinemaCon in late April, leaving exhibitors in stitches and sharing how Steven Spielberg saw a universal comedy in the stand-up story. The film campaign also included a 30-second spot in Game 6 of the NBA Finals, placement in 7 TV premieres, including The Bachelorette, Better Call Saul, So You Think You Can Dance, $100,000 Pyramid, and What We Do in the Shadows. Additionally, Easter Sunday sponsored an episode of Family Feud, which featured Joe Coy and his real life family versus Lydia Gatson and her real life family. High impact digital placements ran on Meta, of course, obviously, which includes Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Top Feed, along with other digital presence on YouTube, female lifestyle, and cinephile sites. There was a partnership across the double API community, included a hashtag Gold Open VIP event, which included a screening and Q&A, which was part of Gold House's Meta Gold Talk series. There was also a comedy showcase hosted by Joe Coy, spotlighting up and coming double API comics and a rise for comedy showcase hosted by Joe Coy. Hold on, wait. I did read that part. For a Rise of Comedy VIP comedy night in partnership with Ride Back Ranch, which included more than 300 press, influencer, and talent attendees, including Simu Liu, Aquafina, and Lisa Lee. That event featured a panel of representation and entertainment moderated by Kathy Lim, director of media and journalism for the McCarthy Foundation, a comedy set including Ronnie Chang and Jimmy O Yang. Among movies in the regular releases, Warner Brothers DC Legends of Super Pets led Thursday in the week with $2.2 million and $33.8 million respectively. Universal's Nope was second with a second Thursday take of $1.56 million. From Wednesday and second week of $27 million, $27.4 million, and a total of $87.3 million. Uni was third with Universal actually. It was third with Minions Rise of Gru with a fifth Thursday of $1.46 million. Negative 8% from Wednesday, fifth week of $17.9 million, and a running total of $325.8 million. Yeah. Disney's Marvel's Thor Love and Thunder was fourth yesterday with a fourth Thursday of 1.3, negative 12% from Wednesday, and fourth week of $19.9 million for a running total of $306.8 million. Paramount's Top Gun Maverick is in its 10th Thursday, saw $1.7 million, negative 3% for a week's total of $13.5 million and running total of $654.1 million. Okay. Now, let's see what else we could talk about here. Oh, we're going to talk about things to do. Yes, we're going to talk about things to do for the weekend. We're going to talk about things to do for the weekend, man. Like I always do every week. Now, we have to talk. We have to start with California, man. You know what I'm saying? We have to start with California. We have to. We have to. Um. Anyway, best events to do in LA. Okay, so as okay, so we have the sick sick LA via meet the Hollywoods. Of course, the pedestrian and bike friendly event pedals its way through East, West, and plain old vanilla Hollywood. vanilla Hollywood. Oh shit. The 6.6 mile car free route will span Hollywood Boulevard down Highland Avenue and across Santa Monica Boulevard on August 21st. Let's get into it. Yes. So the term sick LAV stems from a similar Spanish word for bike days. And in LA it's become a shorthand for the temporary festival like closing of LA streets. The event inspired by the first um Cloviers in Bogota, Colombia, welcomes bikes, tricycles, skateboards, strollers, and basically anything else without an engine to ride a rotating cast of car-free routes. You'll inevitably always find a route each year around downtown, but past events have taken it anywhere from the harbor to the San Gabriel Valley. For 2022, Sick Lavia makes its turn for makes its turn with four events through South LA along Western Avenue on July 10th, blah blah. The Hollywood's the West, East, and Plain varieties on August 21st, downtown LA on October 9th, and another South LA route on December 4th. Okay, there's expect music, street performances, and food trucks, as well as general whimsy and shenanigans along the way. Shop owners and restaurants along the Ciclavia route also tend to host specials. It goes without saying that you should bike or take the metro to your desired spot along the route. So basically, you can check their website, which is www. Dot c clavia.org. That's www.ciclavia.org. And location to be announced, and the event is free. So it starts at 9 a.m. on it starts at 9 a.m. The location to be announced. And Sunday, October 9th and December 4th. So yeah, wait a second. So wait a minute. So wait a second. So October 21st, like I said, the Hollywoods, the West, East, and Plain varieties, and October 9th, downtown LA, and South LA route on December 4th. So there you go, right there. It's a free event. You don't have to worry about paying anything. So let's get to the next one, the next spot. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Hold on a minute here. I'm sorry. Let's get to the next spot. Let's get to the next spot. Yeah, LA. Hold on. Let me see if I got another one here, man. Yeah, it's gotta be another one. Oh, wait a minute here. Yes, here we go. Yes, here we go. All right. So, let me see. I know there's more stuff to talk about here. All right. So, the next one is Hollyhock House Lawn Party, which takes place on August the 20th. So, famous architect Frank Lloyd Wright's first California design has been closed since the start of the slandemic, but Hollyhock House is finally reopening for tours and with a free lawn party to celebrate. Self-guided tours resume on August 18th. Um, Thursday through Saturday, or 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. $7. But Barnsdall Art Park is throwing a proper party on August the 20th from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. with free performances from the Bob Baker Marinate Theater, which is what is it? It says 5. I think it's 5 o'clock. Yeah, 5 o'clock p.m. and 6:30 p.m. Music crafts and thanks to Fort LA 100 free hot dogs on the first come, first serve basis. Okay, so let's get into the schedule, man. So anyway, so Barnsdall Art Park in Hollyhock House is located at 4800 Hollywood Boulevard, Los Angeles, California 90027. The event is free. Opening hours is 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Yes, so yes. And of course, you can go to hollyhockhouse.org for more details and information. It's a free event, so you don't gotta worry about that. Now we go to the next one. Right here. The next one, I'm not even gonna see if I want to actually. Well, let's see. All right, Regeneration Black Cinema, 1898 to 1971. Actually, yeah. A collaboration with Washington Museum of African American History and Culture, Regeneration dives into the works of Black filmmakers from the birth of the motion picture industry through the civil rights era. Set to debut in the summer of 2022, the research-driven exhibition counts filmmakers Ava DuVernay and Charles Burnett among its advertisers. All right, so we're gonna go into. All right, so let's see. Though you can line linearly chart decades of Oscars winners, you can't really do the same with the history of cinema. There are many stories that have pushed the medium forward, as the Academy Museum's collection spells out. That's particularly true for the LA Film Museum's second ever special exhibition, an essential and energetic display that spotlights an entire century of often overlooked filmmaking and demonstrates that Black artists have been a vital part of cinema since its inception. A collaboration with Washington, D.C.'s National Museum of African American History and Culture, Regeneration uses posters, costumes, and film clips to dive into the works of Black actors, directors, and production companies from the birth of the motion picture industry through the civil rights era. The exhibition spans across 7 galleries, and is arranged roughly chronologically, starting with um, vaudeville and race films into a complex era of Hollywood musicals through a political awakening in movie making and right up to the dawn of black exploitation films. Along the way, you'll see everything from Louis Armstrong's trumpet to footage of Josephine Baker at the Follies Bergeret to Sidney Poitier's Oscars. But our absolute favorite thing on display is a 1939 Mills panorama movie jukebox that screens a series of soundies, basically a colorful wooden cabinet with short form musical films on a loop. Okay, now the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures is located at 8949 Wilshire Boulevard, Los Angeles, California 90221. And you can go to the event website, which is www.academymuseum.org/en exhibitions regeneration black cinema. And of course, you can contact the Academy Museum at oscars.org for more information. And it's $25. And of course, it starts at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. on Sunday, August 21st, Monday at the same time, and Tuesday at the same time. So that's a Wednesday, August 24th, same time, which is 10 a.m. Thursday, same time. Friday, same time. Saturday, same time. And all these dates is going to be from the 21st to the 30th of August. So it's all at the same time, which is 10 a.m. So you know what I mean? So let's get to all right, so let's get to the head of the clouds. All right, heads of the clouds. It's been at LA State Historic Park and Coachella, but Pan Asian Music and Media Collective 88 Risings Music Fest has seemed to settle on the grounds outside the Rose Bowl for its summertime home. For the 2022 edition of on August 20th and 21st, the Head in the Clouds lineup includes Jackson Wang, Nikki, Rich Brian, Yabby Labs, of course, Joji DJ Set, BB, J Park, Chung Ha, and more, plus a food fest from 626 Night Market. All right. Now we go to okay, so wait. Now we go to the thing. So there's a lot of things going on here. All right, so the Rose Bowl Stadium is located at 1001 Rose Bowl Drive, Los Angeles, California. You can go to their website for more information. hitcfestival.com. That's www.la.hitcfestival.com. And the price is $249, VIP $405, and parking is $50. And Saturday it starts at 2 p.m. and Sunday it starts at 2 p.m. So go ahead and get your tickets while you can for the events that I just mentioned. And so and what is this? Newlands. Shit. Let me see. Let me skip that. Okay, Tenderfest Part 2. Of course, in love with all the things pounded, breaded, and fried, head to the second iteration of H. Wood Group and the and off the menus Tenderfest. During the day-long film food festival, chefs from the best fried chicken restaurants in LA, Halloween Rays, Dino's Go-Go Bird, and others will go head-to-head against celebrity chefs to compete in the National Contender Championships. Each GA ticket allows unlimited samples of every chef's chicken tender entry, unlimited fries and dessert, and 2 drink tickets. Ooh, yummy. Man, that sounds pretty delicious, man. All right, so here are the details. All right, so Wallace Annenberg Center for the Performing Arts is located at 9390 North Santa Monica Boulevard, Los Angeles, California, 90210. There you go, right there. And you can follow them on Instagram. You can follow them on Instagram, which is www.instagram.com/tenderfest. And and um and the price is $75 to $150. So, in case you're wondering. And the Tenderfest starts at 12 p.m. on Saturday, August 20th, um, which is located at the Wallace Annenberg Center for the Performing Arts. So, don't wait too long to get your tickets to these events that I just mentioned. And in case anybody's wondering, I'm using the website. I'm using the website, which is www.timeout.com/Los Angeles. Things to do for the weekend, which is of course I'm including the Tenderfest Part 2, so it's already there. So timeout.com is the website where you can check out some of the events on where you can actually look for fun activities to do. So there you go, right there. And of course, KCON. If the word Hallyu means anything to you, then pencil this annual K-pop convention into your calendar this summer for 3 days. The LA Convention Center holds panels, workshops, signings, and more, as well as crypto.com. Oh gosh. Crypto.com arena concerts on Saturday and Sunday, stocked with Korean celebs and superstars. Now, I don't know why they named it Crypto.com, which is ridiculous, by the way. It's ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? And here are the details. Crypto.com arena, which is located at 1111 South Figueroa Street, Los Angeles, California, 90015. And you can also go to the website, which is www.kconusa.com/LA. And now you can actually buy the ticket. Actually, now I don't know exactly what the price is, so let's get into how much it is. I'll find out for y'all, man. Don't worry. I got y'all. So the tickets, if you will. So the tickets, I think it's wait a minute here. I'm just trying to figure out something. So let's figure out what the ticket situation is. So there's no tickets? All right. I apparently I don't see exactly about I don't see anything about the tickets and stuff, but I would have to rent show conventions. I'm not too sure, but what is this? Um okay, what you want to do, I think, hold on. It's not saying exactly how you can get your tip. I think. Well, wait a minute. It's gotta be a way for you to get tickets, though, man. Like you can go to. I think you. All right, you can go to the website, as I said, to find out how you can get tickets. So there you go, right there. I ain't gonna waste my time on this spot right there. So you go to the website for yourself to find out how you can get tickets. So there you go, right there. All right, war paint. War paint. Here we go. After me, um, after a meteoric rise in recent years, the LA Quartet comes home to awe us with more eerily sweet psychedelia and experimental melodrama at the Ford. Okay, so the Ford is located at 2580 um, Cahuenga Boulevard, East Los Angeles, California. And you can go to their website, which is www.warpaint warpaint warpaint.com for more information on how you can get tickets and stuff. And the opening hours of 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. The doors are open at 8 p.m. Excuse me, and the show is at 9 p.m. So there you go, right there. So it's yeah. So there you go, right there. So you can go to the website to find out how you can get tickets. And let's see. All right, Black Restaurant Week. Support under the radar Black-owned restaurants with Black Restaurant Weeks return to Los Angeles for 10 days straight. The celebration of African and Caribbean cuisines highlights participating restaurants across the city who all be offering prefix plate specials. There's also a bingo card to keep score of your visits and enter you to win gift cards plus a virtual cocktail contest and a database of local independent Black-owned restaurants to use year round. Of course, you can find the full list of participating spots. Full list of participating LA spots in the link here. So let's get into the list here. So let's get into this. Yeah, I know. All right. Yeah, we're almost there. Don't worry, we're almost there. All right, so let's get into oh my gosh. So this is like a whole list. Okay, this is like a whole list of stuff. So this looks like, I don't know. You know what? There's a whole picture of this. You can go to there's a whole picture of this actually. So I'm gonna just I'm gonna continue where I left off. I was just about to. So you can go to the various locations in LA. Of course, there's no specific place to be exact, but it's in Los Angeles, California. It is. I believe. I don't know what the price is. So the price varies. So it's not really like to be determined to be exact actually. So it's various locations. So it's 12 a.m. midnight Black Restaurant Week. Friday, August 19th. Saturday, August 20th. Sunday, August 22nd, 21st, excuse me. Monday, August 22nd, and Tuesday, August 23rd. Wednesday, August 24th. Thursday, August 25th. Friday, August 26th. Saturday, August 27th, and Sunday, August 28th, all at 12 a.m., which is midnight. So, yeah. So you can go to the website restaurantweeks.com to see the types of foods, to see what types of foods is that's made in the pictures. So there you go, right there. And let's see. Let me see what else can we talk about here, man. Lord. All right. Hold on. Let me see if there's any more to do. Okay. So, big terrific. All these things already passed. Let's see. All right, I'll save those places. Let me see. Let's go to. All right, obviously, you South Park fans out there. So the South Park, the 25th anniversary experience. Come on down to Hollywood for this 25th anniversary celebration of South Park. The free tour and shipping container exhibition includes props, memorabilia, artwork, collectibles, scripts, storyboards, and concept art from the Potty Mouth animated show. You'll find it on Saturday, August 20th from 8 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the corner of Hollywood and Vine. So let's get into where exactly it's going to be located. So, okay, so the location is to be announced. Of course, it's a free event. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And there's no website on there for you to actually there's no website actually, so unfortunately it hasn't really been revealed. So anyway, so you can go check that out as well. And let's see. And let me see. I think I'm going to do maybe one or two more because I need to get to. Yeah, let's get to. I think I'm going to do one or two more actually. So anyway, so let's get to. Wait a minute here. Let's get to All right, so I'll save this other one. All right, let's get. Well, no, that's not good. All right, so let's get to Melrose Hill Block Party. All right, the newly crowned East Hollywood neighborhood will come alive at its first ever block party held at the corner of Melrose and Western, sponsored by artisan sandwich shop Gigiata and South LA's Bricks and Wood. Welcome to Melrose Hill will feature live music, local streetwear vendors, plus food and drink by the likes of Kuya Lord, La Mora Pizzeria, Bridgetown, Rody, and more. This community geared event is free with RSVP, though you can also upgrade to a $30 VIP ticket open bar. I'm going to do two more places, then I'll go to New York to talk about the things to do in New York. So anyway, so the Gigiata Delicatessen located at 5009 Melrose Avenue, Los Angeles, California 90038. And you can go to the contact for more information on the website www.ggiata.com. And it starts at 4 p.m. on Saturday, August 20th. Welcome to Melrose Hill Block Party, free with RSVP. Now I'm not even gonna really ask what RSVP is because it sounds French. It's hard to pronounce, so I'm not even gonna go there. And let's go to. I'm not gonna have time to get to all of them, so we're gonna go to. There's some other shit going on too. I think I'll save the rest. Wait. Let's see. All right. Let me go to. Okay. Sunset concerts at the Skirball. The Skirball puts on its annual series of free summer concerts, highlighting indie, folk, and world music from LA and beyond. Guests can arrive early and visit the museum's galleries for free, dine under the stars, and grab a seat for the show in the beautiful central courtyard. The concert is free and reservations are required, but parking is $10 in advance or $20 at the venue. This week's lineup includes Act Dan, G Wang Chill. All right, yeah, and let me see. Yes, so Skirball Cultural Center, located at 2701 North Sepulveda Boulevard, Los Angeles, California, and of course, free. It's a free event, but the parking is between $15 to $20, and the opening hours is 8 p.m. So August 25th, 8 p.m. That's next week. So there you go, right there on that one. Let's see. There you go, right there. I want to make sure that actually. I think I'm gonna go to. All right. All right, I'll do two. I'll do two more of the stuff. I'll do two more places in the month of August, and then I'll go there to New York. All right, so Holly Shorts Film Festival. The Holly Shorts Film Festival is a week and a half of networking events, Q&As with filmmakers, and screenings of short films produced around the world. Hang on a minute. Okay. I'm gonna have to cut this. I'm gonna have to cut this short anyway. All right, so yeah. Yeah, Holly Shorts Film Festival is a week and a half of networking events, Q&As with filmmakers and screenings of short films produced around the world. The annual fest screenings will be held at the TCL Chinese 6 and promises numerous 40-minute films from early afternoon to midnight. The all access badge sets you back $150, but you can just opt for a single day for a third of the price. So Holly Shorts Film Festival, located at Chinese 6 Theaters, Hollywood and Highland Center, 6801 Hollywood Boulevard, Level 3, Los Angeles, California, 90028. And the website is www.hollyshorts.com for more information. And the phone number is 818-760-9897. Day pass is $55. All access pass is $150. All right, whatever location I don't get to, I'll try to do the rest of LA tomorrow on the next episode. So I want to get to things to do for the weekend in New York. So all right, so let's get into it. We're gonna get into it right now, actually, and this is for August 19th to the 21st. All right, so Friday, August 19th, the bad guys. Sometimes the villains just ain't that bad. The film follows several criminal animals on their road to become reformed members of society. Mr. Wolf, Mr. Stink, Mr. Piranha, Mr. Shark, and Mrs. Tarantula must all learn to become model citizens, but they are not alone. Professor Marmalade is here to aid them in this difficult con, and the event is free. The film will begin at dusk around 8:30 p.m. Arrow Field House, located in Astoria, Queens. The Puppet Cycle, brought to you by the Arts Brookfield. This puppet show is known for its innovative storytelling, social engagement, and distinct visuals. The puppets will perform a musical act to delight audience members, as well as perform two short plays by Deepika Guha and Jen Silverman. The puppet show is great for all ages and sure to bring a smile to your face. 11 a.m. It starts at 11 a.m. and it's free. It's located at 2 Metro Tech Center, downtown Brooklyn. Saturday, August 20th, Dune, Here I Am, Here I Remain. The blockbuster film Dune will be shown for free in Cooper Park. The film stars well-known actors Oscar Isaac, Zendaya, Jason Momoa, and the lead star Timothy Chalamet. And the movie follows the trials and tribulations of the noble Atreides family, specifically the only child Paul and his journey with his mother after he leaves home. The film will begin at dusk or around 8:30 p.m. Cooper Park, Williamsburg, Brooklyn. And the NYC Math Festival, Mo Math, will be presenting the 6th annual NYC Math Festival. Many see math as an adult, sometimes useless subject, but Mo Math turns arithmetic into something totally new. And this is also a free event. It also includes the hands-on math exhibits that will make normally brain interest more tactile. Of course, it includes math theme games, puzzles, and brain teasers. Of course, it also includes mathematical memes, jugglers, and other performers that incorporate math into fair art. Free. The festival begins at 10 a.m. Located at Liberty Street, Financial District in Manhattan. Totally tomatoes. Of course, hope you like fruit, because this Saturday is all about tomatoes. The New York Botanical Garden will be presenting the fruits of gardeners' labor in a plethora of different ways. Sourced to paste, to dried, to just a classic tomato. You'll have the opportunity to taste it. The program will run you through both gardening and culinary education. So roll up your sleeves, wear your work boots, and come hungry. And it starts at 12 p.m. Tickets can be purchased here. At the link that says here in red on the website, amnewyork.com, located at 2900 Southern Boulevard in the Bronx. And finally, pop-up performance, Brooklyn Symphony Orchestra, of course, which is located at 200 Eastern Parkway, Brooklyn. It is free. One performance at 2 p.m. and another at 3 p.m. And such are snakes. Another event, which is also another free event, which also starts at 10 a.m. West 249th Street and Independence Avenue, Wave Hill in the Bronx. All right, so I think that's going to do it for this episode right here. I think I want to actually get to this announcement during the Stream Choices on the Go segment, actually. So yeah, we're gonna get to that right now, actually. I don't want to forget this. So all right, man.
all you listeners out there, man, if you like to make a charitable donation to my Cash App and stuff like that, my Cash App is $ G Money Stacks 555. That's $ capital G lowercase MONEY, capital S lowercase TACKZ, and of course, it's not about having a lot of money. It's all about doing the best you can or whatever amount you decide and you are comfortable with. So there you go, right there. Yeah. So all right. So I'm going to go to the segment of stream choices on the go right now. So let's get into it right now because I have an announcement that I have to make right here. So here we go, right here. Here we go, right here. Stream choices on the go. All right, man. You folks know what to do. You like what you heard in today's episode 175 or any previous episodes whatsoever. Of course, please feel free to show some love by following Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast on Facebook and Instagram, alongside with the Sports Edition show of Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast and the review show Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast, and of course my primary handle on the gram, which is G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. Make sure you turn on your notifications for more updates and details on when each episode is going to be dropping. The schedule to drop these episodes is going to be from Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. All right. So you can, if you go to the link in bio, you can also leave a voice message on there if you have any questions for me in terms of anything you want to talk about or whatever. So feel free to leave a voice message on there. And now we go to the announcement, though, man. Earlier I mentioned about the men being discriminated over their hair, but it's also happening to the women as well. Now, I did manage to take a look at the website in terms of the Crown Act. So and I actually have something that I want to actually share with you folks out there. For those of you who may not know, Dove has made a project involving the Crown Act in terms of it's like a petition to actually get rid of hair discrimination. So the story actually goes like this, actually. So let me just get to it right there real quick. All right, so according to dove.com, all right, so here's the thing. So we want all beauty to become in all places and institutions. Narrow beauty standards make it difficult for Black women and girls in particular to freely celebrate their own beauty. While all women experience pressure to conform to certain standards of appearance, society's bias has resulted in unfair judgment and discrimination against Black women based on hair texture and protective hairstyles, including braids, locks, and twists that are inherent to their race. That's why we co-founded the Crown Coalition to advance anti-hair discrimination legislation called the Crown Act. The Crown Act, which stands for Creating a Respectful and Open World for Natural Hair, is a law that prohibits discrimination based on hair texture and hairstyle. You know, this shit reminds me of a store that everybody's familiar with, which is Abercrombie and Fitch, the most racist store. How they're doing the same thing to people as far as hair texture and stuff. So I kind of get it. I get it though. Anyway, let me continue this shit. So, did you know a Black woman is 80% more likely to change their natural hair to meet social norms or expectations at work? Black women are
1.5 times more likely to be sent home or know of a black woman sent home from the workplace because of their hair. And of course, 1 in 2 black children have experienced hair discrimination as early as 5 years old, and the impact can last a lifetime. Yeah, so let me see. So basically, let me see. So so here's a list of states that's actually mentioned that actually is inspired by the Crown Act, and the laws inspired by the Crown Act have been enacted in 18 states. So California is one of them, New York is one of them, New Jersey, Virginia, Colorado, Washington, Maryland, Connecticut, Delaware, New Mexico, Nebraska, Nevada, Oregon, Illinois, Maine, Tennessee, Louisiana, and Massachusetts. Additional bills are awaiting governor's signature in Alaska and Illinois. And 2021 Illinois original bill, Senate Bill 3616, was a protection for schools only. A new amendment to SB 3616 would add the protection of the workplace as well. Of course, obviously, yes, the civil yes. You know what? Let me just sum this up, though, man. Let me just sum this up and what I'm going to say, actually, though, man. And you know what I'm saying? So let me just sum this up. Let me just sum this up real quick, though, man. Look, when it comes to hair, right? Hair is part of who we are. It's part of our identity. And I say this because it's happened to certain people. It's happened to certain actresses. It's happened to many people. And I remember I was listening to an interview. I was listening to an interview the other day involving an actress who used to be on NCIS New Orleans on Shalita Grant. And basically she was talking about her situation with not only about it was more like about her hair, you know what I'm saying? And for the record, this is not about being a person being difficult to work with. Look, what you cannot do is compare a black African American hair to Asian hair. You can't compare those two. They're not the same thing. Hair is not hair, man. It's not the same thing, man. So whoever told you that hair is hair is definitely an ignorant Neanderthal moron bastard, okay? Because look, at the same token, man, I actually feel for everybody that's been discriminated over their hair, man. Because hair is part of, like I said, hair is a part of how we express ourselves. It's part of who we are. You know what I'm saying? And you can't take that away from a person based on your stupid standards, man. And Abercrombie and Fitch should be ashamed of themselves for being racist as well, man. And for those of you who may not know, Abercrombie and Fitch is located on Fifth Avenue, which I'm glad I didn't take that job too, because I know how certain people who want to be so fucking biased and shit. So I'm just glad I didn't take that job, because that was not gonna be a good fit for me. So I had to turn that shit down anyway. I turned that shit down a long time ago. So right now I'm in a different place, and I am already set. So anyway, man. Like I said, man, like like I said, man, hair is part of an um individual personality and stuff like that. So anyway, man, here's what I want you to do, man. I added this website right here where you can sign a petition right here,
And this is the website right here, which is www.thecrownact.com. And when you click on the link in the bio, you're gonna see this petition, and you're gonna not only share it to your senators, your locals. You can also share it on Facebook and Twitter, and of course you can sign the petition. So it's to basically end hair discrimination. It's very important that you tell your senators and all these other people, with all the bad experience y'all had of being discriminated over your hair and stuff by jobs, workplaces, schools, and all other shit. I mean, enough is enough. We need to put an end to this shit right now, man. You want to make a difference? Go to this website right here, www.thecrownact.com. So there you go, right there. You can write it down on a piece of paper, text it to yourself, all that other stuff, man. So here you go, right there, folks. And also, you can listen to the podcast episodes on every streaming platform that I'm about to mention. And yeah, so here we go, right there, man. So starting with Anchor, we are on Anchor, Audacity, Audible, Audioburst, Amazon Music, Breaker, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podbay, Podfriend, Podopolo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Podverse, Reason FM, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Google Podcasts, and you can share a 5-star rating on Podchaser, Podfriend, and Spotify as well. It will be appreciated. And also, you can actually listen to Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast on Radio Public, iHeartRadio, the number one app for music, radio, and podcast. And make sure you follow my other two shows that's also on iHeartRadio, the Sports Edition show, Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast, and Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast review show that's also on there as well. So make sure you follow those two shows that's also on there and every streaming platform. And last but not least, the YouTube. Make sure you grab that subscribe button and click on the noti bell so you can be reminded when the show goes in the air via live stream. Leave a like and a comment along with the episodes and topics. More videos, more video content, actually, and upcoming episodes, previous episodes, in case you missed any of them. So they're all there on the YouTube channel page of G Money Stacks 555, where all the New York episodes is already uploaded and posted to the channel page. Make sure you stream, listen to the episodes, share the episodes, share the videos, download these episodes, watch these episodes, and of course, spread the word, tell a friend to another friend, and also you can share the podcast along with the link that says Linktree / G Money Stacks 555. And don't forget to check out this petition on the website, thecrownact.com, so you can end hair discrimination right there. And I want to give a shout out to the actress that actually partnered with Dove. Shout outs to the actress who is from the TV show Riverdale, Asha Abram. I actually checked out the one of the 3-4-part series on her Instagram. So if y'all want to check that out, you can follow Asha Abram on Instagram. And she has 3 actresses that she really interviewed already. So you can check her out. You can follow her on Instagram as well. So there you go, right there. And of course, share the podcast along with the link that says Linktree G Money Stacks 555, and alongside with the website, thecrownact.com, with the petition to sign to sign to end hair discrimination. And of course, you can share it with your wives, your husbands, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your friends, the people that you are cool with from work, and all the other great stuff right there. And 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 remember, the grind does not stop. New York was not built in a day. So trust the process. Be confident in what you're trying to do, creatively speaking, especially if you are radio personality, podcaster, whatever career field you're doing. Of course, it's also important to find your voice. It's also important for you to be confident behind what you love to do. And of course, find something that makes you smile mentally, physically, and spiritually. And for the most part, be on your P's and Q's in your craft on what you do. And of course, you can actually find something that gets you into your zone. Period. I'm G Money Stacks. Thank you very much for tuning in and rocking with me on episode 175. I know this was a 3-hour episode, but I wanted to get to this important petition in regards to the Crown Act website. So don't forget to check out the petition on the link tree / G Money Stacks 555. It's in both of the pages. My primary handle, G Money Stacks 555, and it's also in the Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast page as well. So it's in both of these pages. So you can check out the petition to end hair discrimination. I took the liberty to actually sign a petition, and of course, reach out to the senator. And if I could do it, so can you, man. And I know for a fact that hair is important, man. Hair makes people who they are. It makes them feel confident in themselves. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And don't let anybody tell you about don't let anybody tell you that your hairstyle is ugly or whatever case scenario may be, because at the end of the day, beauty is skin deep and it's the eye of the beholder. And it's all about what's on the inside of your soul and what's on the inside of your heart, not about the outside, man. Remember that. All right. So whoever don't like your hairstyle, whatever, fuck them, man. you gotta be around people who will morally support you on anything, whether it's hairstyle, whatever it is, man. Whatever it is, I decided to speak up on this shit because of the one of the three video 4-part series that I was watching and stuff. So I figured I took the liberty to actually share the website right here. I'm gonna put it up one more time, which is the crownact.com. So make sure you go check out that petition, sign that petition, share it with your senators, and of course the local people and all that other stuff. So there you go right there, man. All right, man. I'm G Money Stacks. I'm signing off. Be safe out there. I hope you enjoy these fun activities that I just gave you from timeout.com, dedicating to the Californians that are in the Los Angeles area and other areas, and of course the 5 boroughs of New York. and Long Island, aka Strong Island. So there you go, right there, man. I'm out of here, man. I'm off this shit. Thank you so much for listening and tuning in and rocking with me. And peace and well love, and I'll see you next time in the next episode, man. Peace and well love, and of course, have yourselves a good night, man.